Okay, so this is my product review for Enolve, which is a sort of problem solving solution and the world's only problem solution directory. Find the best solution. Involved is a patent pending platform where you can post problems and connect them to solutions in public core private problem solving spheres, creating a crowdsourced network that allows for collaborative problem solving, transparent decision making, and effective learning and powerful motivational behavioral changes. Sounds good. Get started. Android, so it's got an app. Hello, John Doe. Main balance, latest transactions, e-commerce, pay. Reminds me a little bit of Stream. What wait is it? There's an application called. There's an application called, not an application, a website that I go to, Steam. Steam It? Yeah, Steam It. Where you get paid for your articles. I think Odyssey also has a, I'm looking at this here where this says latest transactions. So I'm guessing from this picture here that somehow this involves money, that like you can get paid for problem solving or paid for adding to the problem solution directory. I don't actually know why this picture is here, so kind of wondering about that. But it's got a GoFundMe, which I like. I wish I had my own page with the GoFundMe. I could benefit from having that. GoFundMe has a better website than I do, so okay. Let's take a look. We got home, method, fact, blog, team, app, pricing, API, and training. All right. Let me keep scrolling down. Collaborative problem solving. Teamwork, effectively communicate what matters, collaborate on a common mission around shared goals and values. Sounds good. It just happened. It just jumped, or I'm not sure how I just got on this page. We're on the training page. It says up here in the URL. So I'm not sure how I got to the training page. Maybe I clicked a button on accident. I thought I was here at teamwork. Teamwork, reflexively communicate, innovation, create continuous progress, and creative outside the box solutions with human centric process improvement and change management. That's good. Share knowledge, reference, learn, and discover. Navigate a map of first principles to quickly understand best practices without reinventing the wheel. Sounds good. Self-development, a powerful framework for personal and professional development, self-discovery, motivation, and behavioral change. Okay. Worldwide connectivity, structured tree web of every problem and every solution. Got a small typo there. Doesn't really bother me, but sometimes it bothers others. Some people judge a product based on its lack of typos. There's a lot of people who just use polish and refinement as a proxy for how well things are actually developed, and how good a product it is. Basically, they figure if you don't fix the typos, it's not really very good. I don't totally believe that at all, but it's worth something. It's kind of like the ability of IQ test to measure IQ. It works some of the time. It's not a bad proxy, but it's not the real thing. Lots of great websites with great solutions. This doesn't really seem credible. 100 plus solutions, 100 plus problems, 100 plus goals, 100 plus connections. The use of 101, use some real numbers. I mean, can't you just take that from the database anyways and keep it up to date? Start collaborating and solve the world's most challenging problems. Looks like, I don't know, we're using payment transactions again, which actually works with my idea for hours equals price, and I have some solutions to poverty that involve money, so I'm not personally objecting to the use of financial discussions used as your main example, but kind of wondering, I mean, it looks like this is for solving the world's most challenging payment problems, which I'm all for, solving the world's the most challenging payment problems. I have solutions for that. Stay informed with offers and updates. Our newsletter is informed. I should do that. All right. Steve-Whetstone@gmail.com. Send. So I've been talking to this guy online and trying to red pill him and explain to him all the secrets of the universe, and but really, I think maybe I've been talking out my ass or something, because I didn't do my research into his product. I haven't been here. I haven't looked into it. Join us if you want to. Enolve. We strive to make and be heroes. I like that. Sounds good. 2021 Switch Incorporated, all rights reserved. I'm not sure what that means. Products, payment, pricing, global company about enterprise customer partners, information support, contest purposes, terms, personal development, professional. This is okay. So this is not a bad website. I mean, this looks professional. There's nothing wrong with it. If I click on Enolve, goes to that. Did that just change? Oh, I see. I think I got to training because I must have clicked there before, and I accidentally hit the back button with my mouse. So, okay, that explains the earlier glitch where it suddenly went to the training page. That was me just being sloppy with, I've got a trackball, and I accidentally must have hit the right button and gone to the back page, which was the training page. I haven't seen this before, so this is a cold read, where I've never seen the website, except for I actually was just on it for like a minute maybe, before I decided to turn on the video recorder and make a user experience review. Alright, well, let's try get started. How's that going to work? It's probably going to want me to download an app, right? Which is a problem for me because my phone sucks. It's a free phone. A free Obama phone. So what happens if I click get started, though? Let's see. It appears like nothing happens. Am I doing something wrong? That sound is me loudly clicking the mouse button. Okay. Maybe I need to specify and choose get started for Android. I have an Android, so that would be the one. That does nothing. Maybe I need to click Android first, then get started. No, this is just a broken button. So, alright, well, that could be a big problem right there for some people. They click on get started. These just scream demo product, not real numbers, which is fine. It's a good demo product, but obviously no one's going to believe those numbers or anything else. The emails seem to work. Let me see if I actually got something in my email. Inbox. Not yet, unless it's in spam. I don't see it in spam. I don't see it in inbox, but maybe I'm a little early. Maybe it's just going to take a little bit of time. I do believe I clicked on the send button, but maybe that doesn't work either. The get started button doesn't work. Could it be a browser issue? I'm using Chrome. Hmm. Let me try, see what happens in another browser. I don't really want a browser to bug things. Um, let's just keep going and see what else we have. Method. You know what I'd like at this point would probably be the videos that I've seen on the Facebook page for Enolve. I have done some research looked at the videos on Facebook for this, and it looked pretty good. At the frontier of so this, like when I mouse over it, it changes colors, which means I think I can click on it. Can I click on it? Oh yeah. But where does it take me? It takes me to fact hashtag. Does this take me to? Oh, okay. So they all go to fact hashtags. So this is a partially built front page because all these links they look like links because they change color when you mouse over them, but they all just go back to they go nowhere. They go back to the hashtag to fact #, which means they're just placeholder links until he gets until they get content for this. But still worth reading, and the UI is great. I mean, this is very intuitive. I could definitely click on this and expect to find more. It's got the little dots, 2 dots there, 1 dot there. It should have 3 dots and a little more button maybe. But since if I click it, it's supposedly supposed to go to a whole page about each of these topics. Anyways, let me read them. I don't like reading things out loud myself, honestly. Let me see if I can do this.
How is Enolve different from social media and news sites? Publication of recent events and newsworthy discussions are important affairs. However, never-ending news feeds can leave us stressed and overwhelmed. Because of its architecture, Enolve creates a stable, structured legacy platform to be used for reference, rather than an ever-changing, noisy, chaotic newsfeed. Enolve will feature social functionalities for engagement and discussions, but our primary focus is to create a streamlined environment for working together on shared goals and values. In other words, Enolve is a purpose-driven social media platform for collaborative problem-solving.
Well, that sounds good. A couple of things. Structured legacy platform. A legacy platform means that it's old. So it's not really a legacy platform. I think they're trying to say that once you've started using it, it never changes. So then it will become a legacy platform in 10 years, but it's not a legacy platform now. It creates a structured platform that will not be changed, is what they're trying to claim. But then again, claims that you're not going to change things in the future are not worth very much. And it would kind of mean the product's static and can't evolve too. So I don't know. That just seems wrong. Let's see what this one says.
Can Enolve be used as a project management tool? Project management tools range from to-do lists and calendars to objectives and key result (OKR) tracking methods and other gamification systems to stay on top of work and keep things organized. And focus on outcomes. Enolve is less concerned with the how to get work done, because lots of solutions exist for this problem and variations of it. Instead, Enolve focuses on the what should we work on, and why problem. In an ocean of software tools and apps, Enolve helps you decide on the one that works best for your needs and goals.
So it sounds like from the last sentence that Enolve is going to recommend a product or app for me for my problem. Focuses on what should we work on and why problem. Well, I know about that. We should all be working on solutions for Earth catastrophe cycle. There's an extinction event, and it's in progress, and most of the world is maybe going to die from it. And that's what the elites and the Illuminati and the deep state and the presidents and all those people are thinking about, and everything else is just kind of a charade and puppet theater for the masses, in my opinion. Anyways, so I guess what should we work on depends a lot on who you are, and why also depends a lot on what you know, or what you want. I mean, some people, Earth catastrophe cycle is what I work on solving. I want to save most of humanity from extinction, and yeah. So why? Well, I have a calling from God or an artificial intelligence or something like that. How is Enolve different from traditional search engines? Search engines find information based on keywords from a crowdsourced platform called the World Wide Web. This is an effective way to generate to find human-generated information. Enolve creates an entirely new crowdsourced platform populated with only specific types of information, problems, goals, and solutions. This can be seamlessly integrated into a World Wide Web. For example, solutions can be linked to web apps, problems can be linked to articles. That way, Enolve creates an additional layer for the www that accelerates navigation when making decisions or finding solutions to problems online. That sounds good. I would love it if I could just take a URL from an Enolve app or an Enolve page and paste it into a discussion on Facebook. I don't see that in a demo or in the Facebook demos, but that's what I imagine this is going to be. It's integrated into the World Wide Web, so it's kind of just like surfacing and putting a different UI on information, and it's mostly drawing the data from the World Wide Web, which I think is great. Crowdsourcing, of course, the World Wide Web is controlled information. There's a lot of truths that are restricted and a lot of disinformation produced by governments as well as businesses, corporations, and for-profits, etc. All right. How is Enolve different from online encyclopedia? That would be my next question, yeah. So, congratulations on anticipating
How is
my
Enolve
reading
different
needs.
from an online encyclopedia? Encyclopedias are useful tools to reference detailed knowledge and information. Different articles can even be linked across the encyclopedia for easier reference. Enolve is focused on concisely communicating specific problems, solutions, and goals. This way, Enolve helps you understand when it may be necessary to do research using an encyclopedia, and when it's time for you to be creative and come up with novel solutions.
Well, that's a great promise. A little hard to believe, but I like it. I mean, it's at least a promise that I want to see fulfilled, so I'm still interested. I guess I'm going to read this one next. I'm never really sure how to read these staggered things. Is it left to right? Top to bottom? Yeah. How will solutions be ranked and validated? Let's read that one.
How will solutions be ranked and validated? Solutions posted on Enolve can be criticized by connecting further problems to the solution. This makes continuous innovation easier, but it also helps spot cognitive biases, break echo chambers, and overcome misconceptions as well as limiting beliefs. Techniques like the PageRank algorithm or similar methods are effective at calculating the relevance of entries based on the number of their connections.
That's
Additionally,
Wikipedia so
a
far.
solution that we propose to discourage spam and abuse of the platform is the in-app economy, employing a proof of value for each entry. On a deeper, more philosophical level, it has been shown that there is no algorithm for truth. The problem of finding out what's true and what is real appears to be unsolvable in this universe. For reference, see Gödel's incompleteness theorems and Berry's paradox.
Those are frauds.
However, with Enolve we are creating a tool that helps us explore many possible truths and realities from various perspectives, and connect them in one cohesive, referenceable body of knowledge. This may or may not allow us to create paradigm shifts by finding creative, outside-the-box solutions to problems that were previously thought unsolvable.
Well, it sounds good again. A couple of personal pet peeves. Gödel's incompleteness theorem. and various products does not prove that some things are unsolvable. It merely proves that it's possible in some logic systems that some things may be unsolvable. That does not mean that there is no logic system which is that all logic. This does not prove that all logic systems suffer from Gödel's incompleteness theorem. Gödel's incompleteness theorem just shows that you can create a logic system that can't solve some problems. It does not prove that every logic system cannot solve all problems. Anyways, so misrepresenting that, but lots of people don't know the difference. This sounds much like Steemit. Steemit has proof of value, so does Odyssey for sharing things. So it would integrate well with Steemit and Odyssey. In fact, very well. Better than YouTube, probably, because YouTube doesn't even have functional downvote buttons. So, and YouTube censors lots of comments and stuff. YouTube is really a crappy problem solving. It's YouTube. You know what YouTube is? YouTube is a great product for advertisers to manufacture demand. That's what it's made for. Same with Facebook. These are sales and marketing platforms. YouTube and Facebook. They're not even intending. They were never built for. They're not optimized for problem solving. Any problem solving use you get out of them is purely unintended and unwanted. Actually, Facebook will discourage that. Facebook's whole business model is they promise the ability to make something go viral if you pay advertising dollars to Facebook for making something go viral and advertising with Facebook. If things could go viral and become popular and well known naturally without paying for advertisement on Facebook, the whole thing would fall apart and you wouldn't get advertisers paying money. So Facebook, YouTube, they have financial incentives to discourage information and solution solving unless you pay them first. That's why people pay them. People, if your problem is I need to get customers, Facebook and YouTube will let you get customers in return for money. Obviously, they can't allow people to get customers who don't pay money. That would defeat the whole point of their platform. So Facebook and YouTube and all these others, they're built for advertisers. People are the product, and hopefully Enolve would get around that. Well, let's see what this one says.
I don't understand much of this, but I really want to learn more. What should I do? We offer a lot of educational video content as well as classes, courses, and one-on-one coaching. To become an expert problem solver and an Enolve specialist, check out our training section to see our current educational offerings.
That's good. I actually understand a lot of it, but I like the offerings. Educational video content is great. Classes, courses. Do we have a YouTube video link here? Training app. Presumably on blog. I've seen some of their videos on Facebook. So I know they have a Facebook. Do we have here about? Probably it's in the about or contact. Let me finish up this. I don't think I've read this one yet, so let me read this here before I move on to that. I guess if I were really browsing and weren't doing a user review, I would probably skip reading this last one because I suddenly got distracted and want to see the video content and classes and courses and all that. But since I'm doing a review of the website for my friend.
How is Enolve different from Q&A sites and discussion forums?
Oh, yeah.
Q&A sites, bulletin boards, and forums are essentially comment sections with different styles and variations.
I agree.
Comment sections are linear conversations about one topic. Connecting and referencing to another topic is possible, but it's not a core feature or the intended purpose of comment sections.
Yeah.
While Enolve will also give you the ability to comment on all entries, the primary feature of Enolve...
The core feature of most comment sections is to report to advertisers how many people. It's a data collections function. The comment section on a YouTube video is to prove to the YouTube video producer who's paid YouTube that they have real viewers. And maybe provide the YouTube channel a way for people to comment on the video for the YouTube channel's benefit. So those comment sections are not made for commenters, they're made for the owner of the YouTube channel to verify that the advertisements drove real customers there and not just shill bots. Because a lot of, like YouTube, Facebook, a lot of what they do is just create bots that impersonate people, and then those bots go on to a YouTube channel where somebody has paid for 1,000 views, or a Facebook page where somebody has paid for 1,000 views, and then those bots satisfy the demand by faking and pretending to be people, and then YouTube and Facebook gets their advertising money. So, anyways, let's continue reading this.
While Enolve will also give you the ability to comment on all entries, the primary feature of Enolve is to connect entries in 4 different directions: 1. Root causes, 2. Issues, symptoms, 3. Terminal goals, 4. Solutions.
Well, that's hierarchical.
This creates an interconnected,
really
multi-dimensional
but it's a
network.
good start. Most people understand
Instead
that.
of just scrolling down a newsfeed, or scrolling down a comment section, Enolve gives you 4 choices in which direction you want to further explore the network. You can explore root causes, symptoms, goals, or solutions for each problem. The real trick is the recursive nature of Enolve. Every root cause or symptom is a further problem entry, which you can then once again explore in multiple directions. In other words, Enolve creates an explorable map of knowledge to help us orient ourselves and find the right path, or create an entirely new path that no one has taken before.
That sounds good. I actually do that in my own personal project, the Hope Project. And I've actually think I've done it better, but then again, that's the case of I did it, so it must be right. I did notice that should be in other words. Enolve creates an explorable map of knowledge. In fact, you should just take out in other words and just start with capital Enolve creates. Or get rid of the word Enolve, you're using it a lot. So we create, or the app creates, or actually this is passive language. So try to make it active verbs. That's all just writing techniques and kind of nitpicking. I mean, it gets the good point across. This is a great alpha or beta language. It's not good copywriting, but who cares? It's good. I mean, for a startup, for a start. So this was the fact page. All right. What's the blog page do? The blog page is a dead link, apparently. Let's see. Click on home. Yeah, home works. Blog. Blog does not work. Oh wait, it does now. I don't know why it didn't work before. Maybe something wrong with my mouse button? I don't know. Maybe it was just slow. Demystifying, we have all problems, we can't escape problems. The question is, how deeply do you think about our problems? Do you even realize everything that... Just read more work. Demystifying Enolve. Hey, you know, I think maybe they're connected with Demystify Science. I don't know. We all have problems and can't escape problems. The question is, how deep do we think about our problems? Do we even realize that everything is involved in the problem? Wouldn't you want to have an answer for every problem? These questions can be solved by Enolve, is a unique problem. I think they're connected with this Facebook group, Demystify Science, that I've been... So this is Demystify Science. They're not a bad group. Oh, wow, okay. So, um, the guy who runs Enolve, I guess, the primary, is a guy who actually tagged me and mentioned this to me. And I've known Demystify Science a little bit. They're kind of good. I think they're really kind of stuck in mass media promoted science. Mass media like YouTube and Facebook has a goal, and that is indoctrination. Mass media was not created for real scientists. Real scientists with a need to know science know that mass media is full of disinformation because we don't want the masses to know things like how to build a nuclear weapon for real. There's a lot of things that governments and scientific leaders don't want the general public and the masses to know for lots of reasons. So I think Demystify Science is pretty much starting out and based for what I call the sheeple or the mass media. They're fun people. I like them. They have little puppets on their show, and they cover topics well, and they go a lot further than like the typical mass media textbooks that state a lot of flat out lies. So Demystify Science is pretty good for what I consider to be basically normie education. I'm actually consider myself a former secret scientist. I was trained to reverse engineer UFOs, and so I've learned and discovered a lot of the fraudulent science that is given to the masses and indoctrination, and I know where that is and what's all wrong about that. So, anyways, I think they might be connected. This guy might be connected to Demystify Science. I was kind of hard on Demystified Science to him. I was like accused him of being a shill organization. Like this argument they're making about expanding Earth. Okay, one, most of the world doesn't even know that the Earth expanded. It used to be smaller, and it grew. So in textbooks they don't even talk about that. But it's science history, and they're talking about whether a particular theory of Earth expansion is correct. The theory they're talking about is from Atlas of the Earth, and it's called Decompression Earth Scenario. Basically the theory that Earth was once a rocky ball with a huge gas cloud like Jupiter, and something blew away all the gases, leaving just the rocky core, which then expanded. The whole thing about that is just kind of mostly false and fraudulent. Planets do not come from where they think they come from in textbooks. The public does not need to know where planets really come from. They're never going to use that information. And if they knew the truth, it would scare and terrify them. So the public is not told about where planets really come from. This is arguing based on the assumption that the lie told to the public about where planets really come from is true. Okay, so anyways, planets did not condense from a big cloud of gas, nor did the sun condense from a big cloud of gas. The Big Bang Theory is false. The nebular hypothesis theory, which is the theory that planets condense out of large clouds of gas, is also false. It seems like these things are created in different ways, which I won't go into except to say electric universe theory. Google Thunderbolts Project, Google Suspicious Observers, learn some real science if you need to know. If you don't, go ahead and keep believing the universe condensed out of a gas cloud. Ignore the fact that any rocky bodies would probably end up in the middle of the sun. Ignore the fact that if the planet condensed from a cloud of gas, all the heavy elements like uranium would be in the center of the Earth, wouldn't it? Not on the outside where we find it. So there's lots of things like that don't make sense. Anyways, I kind of flooded they asked the question, and I kind of flooded them with lots of contrary information. Actually, the answer to this question is very tough, so I'm not gonna. I'm not going to. Oh, it did it twice. Okay, I had some problems commenting here. Anyways, so back to Enolve, with the comment that they seem to be connected with Demystify Science, which is, well, it's one of my favorite sheeple entertainment, and it's one of my favorite websites or YouTube sites for waking up the sheeple. I mean, I don't think they have the most accurate, up-to-date information and the most advanced science that, like, secret scientists would use. DARPA and the deep state obviously know much more than Mystify Science is even guessing at. But back to Enolve. So, Demystify Enolve. Nelly Meadow, December 30th. So this is a comment from the blog, right? Not really. Doesn't say that in the URL. I'm not sure how I got here anymore. Let's see what it says, though.
Demystifying Enolve. We all have problems. We can't escape problems. The question is, how deeply do we think about our problems? Do we even realize everything that is involved with a problem? Wouldn't you want to have an answer for every problem? These questions can be solved with Enolve. Enolve is a unique problem-solving system that explores problems, goals, and solutions. Enolve fosters collaboration, which is so powerful because having a shared mastermind to identify violated terminal goals and real solutions provides a much richer understanding and solution set. Enolve provides an effective mind map approach that allows users to see the interconnectedness of problems, goals, and solutions. What a powerful solution storm. Every problem has a root cause.
So that's good so far.
Some problems go deep and are connected
Although we
to
have mind
problems
maps,
unresolved
those
in the
exist.
past.
We have sentence
In
diagramming and
contrast,
argument
other
diagrams
problems are an
and
issue
argument
because they
trees.
affect the future.
None of that's new.
And, once we figure out the problem at hand, we must understand what this problem violates for us in terms of our needs, wants, goals, or desires. Think Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if you will. Once we have clarity about the problem and its violated goal, what are some actionable solutions we can take? Rarely do any of us want to sit with a problem without finding resolution. In Enolve, symbols represent problems, goals, and solutions. Problems are depicted with a red X, goals are shown with a blue cloud with a heart inside, and the solutions are shown with a green check mark. To demystify the abstraction of Enolve, we have created an online whiteboard, sticky note system using red sticky notes to write out problems, blue sticky notes to showcase terminal goals, and green sticky notes to record actionable solutions.
Well, that's good.
Enolve can
Hopefully
be
you're
used
not
to
colorblind.
examine problems related to personal development, workplace challenges, and social justice or wicked problems. The Enolve framework is powerful in examining a problem, understanding what it is violating in terms of our needs, and guiding solution finding. The Enolve system is simple enough for anyone to use, and it is universal and versatile to utilize without having any special training. Enolve offers digital video courses, coaching programs, and mastermind think tank sessions. Our newest offering is the Enolve live show held weekly on the Enolve Facebook group, Evolve Problem Solving, Personal and Professional. This broadcast features the Enolve problem-solving process with the help of a guest, live on the broadcast, along with a live chat for participants. Enolve is an innovative communication technology that will revolutionize the way we all look at problems. When the patent-pending app is released in the coming months and beta testing is complete, Enolve will be available to users via the app on all electronic devices as well as to businesses for a subscription service to have their own problem-solving sphere. We will keep you up to date on news and development with Enolve. You will benefit from the Enolve approach. We appreciate your support as you become a part of the Enolve movement.
You know, this sounds really good, mostly because it actually sounds like what I've written. Even Maslow's hierarchy of needs comes from some elevator pitch I've made for the hOEPHeart project. I almost think he might have ripped off my project. If so, congratulations. I gave everyone permission to copy it and reuse it and repurpose it. And I think this is a great start on making something understandable for the sheeple that I made understandable for the elites, Illuminati, and non-terrestrials and artificial intelligence. So yeah, this is good. I do kind of like this. I'm gonna actually share this on a Facebook group of mine where I share that sort of thing. Waiting. Why am I getting internet lag? Okay. Share in a group. The group I generally like to share this one is Game B for Protoplay Galaxy. And this reminds me of the goals of powers equals price and the onboarding document and elevator pitches. This could be useful for picking up the sheeple. And no, I do not want there. I will not tag, check in, or filling activity. I will post it to Facebook. Oh, I should copy that real quick. There, copied. Because now I can tweet it. Got it. And LinkedIn, what does that do for me? Damn, I am slow. I wonder if I'm like being spied on by the CIA and that's why everything's slowing down. Sharing a post, sending a private message. What will it look like if I share it in a post? Just this weird picture. I know what this picture is, I remember it. It's the heart inside the cloud. That's one of their fundamental icons for, I remember they mentioned it on the previous page. But I don't think I really want to share that as a post on my LinkedIn. Is there more to it? I've got my zoom setting really large. Maybe that's the problem. Does it look better now? No, still seems to be just a picture of a heart with a little bit of a cloud. Yeah, what the hell. I almost never make posts. Let's see what this says then. Demystifying Enolve. Okay, sure. I'll put it up there. A good start at I imagine the project might look like. Reminds me of the goals of the... Alright, sure, why not? No, I don't. Do I want to view post? It's going to open up in another thing. Yeah, okay, sure. So back to this. So I definitely looked at the method. I really don't know if I clicked on the blog. I'm clicking on it again now. So, okay, yeah, that did work. It was maybe just slow the first time. It was what confused me. Flip the script. Read more. I've thought about this book, The Journey. How long is this? Okay. So one thing that I do in my project is I mention reading times on top of everything. We're making a progress with Enolve that the promise is we can more quickly find the correct solution, which means that we need to start timing everything. This is also a lot of initiatives such as
2021, flip the script. Nelly Meadow, December 2nd, 2021.
Anyways,
No
it needs to
comments.
be time
Life is
tracked.
not about the destination. It is about the journey. I wholeheartedly believe that everything happens for a reason, and my life was about to completely change. As we go through life, we go through so many different stories. A year ago, I was a completely different person. A year from now, I will be a whole new me as well. I want to share my story
I'm just
about how the
ignoring the reading
pandemic
thing
gave
and
me pause to
going faster.
reevaluate the real
Or
me.
maybe I'm gonna go
My name
cook
is
some
Nelly
breakfast while I
Meadow,
listen
and
to
I
this.
believe I was destined to be co-founder of Enolve. My transformation began this February when I received an email for a virtual workshop featuring notable motivational speakers. Their message hit home, and I knew it was time to flip the script and find my new challenge and purpose. As a result, I decided to pursue psychology, my true passion, as I have always been fascinated with how people think and behave. In conjunction, decision intelligence is on the forefront of my intellectual pursuits. In my old story, I am a veteran middle school teacher with a master's degree in curriculum design, running my own tutoring company. On the personal front, I am a mother of 3 active boys and a dog, as well as a wife to my supportive husband, who has cheered me on from the day we met. In my new story, I am a graduate student pursuing a master's
Sounds like a
degree
nice
in
story for
organizational
investors.
psychology, with a focus on leadership and executive coaching. As part of my professional journey this summer, I created a Facebook community for organizational psychology.
Oh, nice.
My group grew rather quickly, and I am proud of myself for growing this community to 1,000 members in only 4 months. I never thought of myself as a social media person, but I now manage 4 Facebook communities.
Oh, cool.
Through my group, I met Oliver Siegel, the inventor of Enolve. Oliver and I started talking about cognitive psychology, and I shared some of my research on decision intelligence with him. After a few conversations, we realized we were on the same wavelength, and I knew it was my mission to work with him on Enolve. I have always been fascinated with technology and psychology. What I didn't realize until only recently was how these 2 fields drive my understanding of myself and others, thereby impacting my actions. Enolve has changed my story once again, and I learned that I am a girl who loves STEM. And I want to empower women to find out who they really are and stamp out their limiting beliefs. Although I was fascinated with the Enolve system from the videos Oliver initially showed me, Enolve was a bit abstract. I knew I was meant to figure out his technology system, so I had Oliver teach me the complexities of Enolve. One day, I had an epiphany, and I told Oliver how I would approach Enolve with a class of students. Together, we devised a concrete, sticky note system using an online whiteboard corresponding with the 3 Enolve symbols. This marked the beginning of our digital courses that fused our ideas together, very much like yin and yang, the logo of Enolve. We have created 2 courses pertaining to personal development. Moreover, we are creating a program for business professionals, who will be able to use Enolve collaboratively to solve problems with a deeper understanding about root causes and terminal goals.
Okay.
In my newest story, I am becoming more comfortable with public speaking. I created numerous videos for our digital courses, as well as video advertisements for our marketing campaign. Additionally, I participate in a few live streams for Enolve, in addition to my own broadcasts on my Facebook group. Further, I even published my debut video on TikTok as Miss Enolve. Additionally, I will be speaking to a group of IO psychology students, sharing my wisdom about the field and potential job opportunities.
What is IO?
I will share how Enolve is going to be the technology tool for the IO psychology field. My journey is not over. In fact, it changes regularly as I grow and develop into the leader I know I am. I have met many colleagues and friends on this journey, and I am fortunate for all of their help. I enjoy daily engagement with my social media platform, allowing me to foster interesting and important conversations, as well as empower others to be brave and vulnerable and change their story, too. I appreciate the support from my family, friends, mentors and Enolve's founder, Oliver Siegel, without whom I would not have had the confidence to change my story.
Okay, well that's cool so far. Should I see the other blog entry? I mean, they really only need 3 for investor startups and actually for anyone. I'm like almost ready to like, why can't I use an Enolve prototype to like be consuming this information? Just dive in and use progressive disclosure and use Enolve to solve the problem of how to learn to use Enolve. Haha. But nobody else does that either. So yeah, I'm trying to like asking for a lot, and it's doing better than most sites anyway. So inventor discovers methods to solve systemic problems. So, climate change is a hoax. Well, the climate is changing, but not because of humans. It's changing because of Earth catastrophe cycle on the sun. And next, the sun is going to kill most people, and the government in deep states keeps it hidden. Homelessness, poverty, and racism are all manufactured crises created by the elites to keep us distracted from and under control, like the way you control sheep. But I think this is well written. If you were a sheep, you would like all this. And we do need to wake up the sheep, so good for that. An emerging field called decision intelligence. So that's nice. I like that. This is actually new information to me, and pretty interesting and insightful, I think. Currently a team of... Oh, well, that's very good. So we got this next flip the script. I think I've seen all these. These will just like, what, cycle through the 3? I gotta go there. I can get next, demystify evolve. And then I get next, okay, yeah. So, I've completely consumed the blog. Team. What's team? You know, I should get Super Librix on this team. He would love this. And I might be interested in joining this team too. Although he said I'd have to like not talk crazy and not tell people about the end of the world or something like that, which I'm not really sure I'm capable of. But these people seem, and this goal and this mission statement seems like the sort of team I wouldn't mind joining. But obviously I'm probably a little too creative and undisciplined and not really a team player. All right, so app. This is the guy I met on Facebook, co-founder. I've been like talking on Facebook like 5 hours a day for the last couple of days or something. It's been kind of a time suck, but it's kind of interesting too. Um, oh, app. Yeah, did I click on that on accident? Okay, collaborative inventory problem solving goals and solutions. Collaborative inventory. The app allows us to post problems and connections to solutions in public-private problem-solving spheres. Open your own sphere to map out your thoughts and ideas, or invite others to collaborate with you using your universal problem-solving framework. Okay. Does the button work this time? No, it goes to app hashtag. Does this button work? It opens a video, which I can watch on YouTube, which will get me to XSpeed Studio. It's just a background. This is just a placeholder. Alright. No, I'm not gonna. If that had actually gone to the Enolve YouTube site, I would probably have upvoted or left a comment or something like that. But this is just a placeholder button for now. It looks nice. It's usable. Got no problem with it. It should really connect to the Enolve videos that I've seen posted on Facebook, though. Only they should be uploaded to YouTube or something. Easily manage complex problems. Transaction details. Again, we're talking money, which happens to work for me, but it's kind of a weird choice. Get started. Yeah, and it's a fake button again. App functionality. Our patent pending app employs a few core features that may why these might sound abstract and complicated at first. So I think I read these in Facebook. Do any of these go anywhere? Are these like all dead links? These are a lot of links. This is like seriously a lot of information now. For like most users, they're not going to do this. They're just going to want to dive in and start using it and learn progressively. Institutional investors might go through all this though. And business partners. Let's see if any of these links actually work. Nope. 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 Read more. It says it goes to blog. Okay. Let me go back because I've already seen this blog. I think the read more. Yeah, the read more always goes to the blog page. No, wait. This one just goes to the app page hashtag. So this one's just a dead end. So that's cool though. But let me see what they say. Just knowing that the links don't work though is important. Yeah, that's good. Post interest to a sphere, categorize interests as problems, goals, or solutions. Okay. Connect interest to other interests, yeah. Connect goals to interest, yeah. So, while it's true that the web is not optimized for this, it's also true that so far it looks like you could duplicate this on Facebook just by like manually pasting in your cloud icon or your or writing at the top of your post, this is a goal, this is a problem, or this is a solution, right? So we could fake this, we could prototype this in Facebook just by forcing people to manually write these and to force people to like use URLs to link and connect things. So we have like a working application. It's just painful, right? So, and that's something you can actually pay people to use. You can say, go to like some a think tank or some high school debate club, and you can say, all right, you normally have your debates. We want you to just have this debate on Facebook, and what we want you to do is we want you to title everything problem or goal or solution, and we want you to just basically mock up or fake it like it was an Enolve thing, and that's pretty easy to do. Up or downvote, follow, and future updates. So again, you can do all this in like any system like Facebook or whatever. They're all like open enough. Like you can do it in Facebook too. You can say like, or YouTube. Like YouTube disabled the downvotes, but that doesn't prevent somebody from going into a comment section and saying, I downvote, but it didn't count me. So we could run Enolve as a replacement for YouTube. The thing is, you need to train people enough to say, okay, train users to like fake it, to say, okay, this is to title things. I guess what I'm saying is a little complicated, and I should use an example now. Tap an entry to see its connected entries, navigate deeper across the network. I mean, these are all accelerators, things that let you do things faster and more conveniently, which are good. But like you can choose from new existing entries or entries when adding on Wikipedia or in a blog. You can add further connections to the entry in a blog. You can navigate deeper across the network in a blog. You can tap an entry to see its connected entries in a blog. So you can really mock up these things in a Facebook post and run the system. It just requires a little more manual work. Okay. Rephrase the same entry with different words or language. Be unique to the audience. The SEO optimize your descriptions. Avoid duplicate entries. Yeah, I mean, you can do all that on Wikipedia or Facebook. It's just they're not optimized for that. So the good news is you can train people just by like teaching them how to do that on Facebook. So let's go to training. Payments for platforms and marketplace. Owner and blah, blah, blah. So this is lorem ipsum form, but it's awesome. I would love to train people, sellers, on how to make more profit by giving price discounts to rich people giving price discounts to poor people and raising regular prices for mostly rich people. Payment platforms, accept global payments, protecting payments, license legal, add new business lines, support card readers, support. This is all great for the hOEPHeart project. This is like, wow, this is great. I mean, I totally want these people working for me developing hOEPHeart. And the hOEPHeart project. What is the hOEPHeart project? This is my project. This is where I talk about how to make trillions of dollars by giving poor people price discounts and raising regular prices on the rich people. And I have a join document and videos that sound very much, they kind of really promise what this does, but they are kind of vaporware too. So this is the join page, and it starts off with a survey, and then it's got user generated content here, and it's basically kind of trying to do the problem solving thing they're doing in more of a hackathon group style environment. Rewards, motivation, prizes, your personal time counts, structured work of fiction, blah blah blah. Oh, EpiPen, yeah. I should share this with them. do. Oh, I hate my phone. So they just called, so I'm calling back. And they're not answering, which probably means it was one of those spam robocalls. One 415-234-2458. I don't know what's happened to our phone communication system. I get like 90% spam, illegal calls, scams, and some of them are even like people impersonating the police, asking me for donations. And I know because they'll be like, I'm officer so and so and so. And as soon as they start talking, I'll say, I'm recording this conversation, and then they hang up. So, like, what's up? Our justice and legal system can't stop scammers from repeatedly harassing, calling me on the phone, impersonating officers of the law? Pfft, that's like fucked up, man. If they can't do that, they don't deserve my confidence, my vote, or my money, taxpayer dollars. But anyways. Alright, so my product review of Enolve website from a UX designer perspective. I'm liking that part. Certified card readers. Oh, that's perfect. That's totally what we need to make hOEPHeart work, to give poor people price discounts based on proportionally how poor they are. So I think this is a page that I haven't looked at yet, training. I'm assuming these are... Oh no, this button actually works. Well, this is a hashtag. This won't. This will just take me back here. But this says it links to YouTube. Oh, but it's a placeholder document. Yeah, I've been here. And these don't really make sense. Or maybe they do. More placeholders. Accept global payments. These are not highlighted, which means I cannot click them, which is fine. And they're placeholder text, so alright. Transaction details on desktop. Get started. Does that go anywhere? No, it just goes back to this page. Training hashtag. And lorem ipsum text. But this is awesome. This is like right out of the video I want. So I have a video that talks about this. That does mock-ups for things like this. Only with the idea that my solution would be the hours equals price product technology, which solves poverty and politics. And let's see, do I have that open? Yeah. So what does that remind me of? That reminds me of one of these, like Move Butter has some mock-ups. The intro 30 minutes has some mock-ups. The spreadsheet of math protections, the grocery store voting. Pay with EBT. The elevator pictures. This is kind of relevant. So these are all good things for Enolve that I would want Enolve to do for me personally. And why does this keep going up here? I do not even want this here. I want this to be down here. Somewhere. And now I got rid of the top one. Shouldn't be here. I moved it to there. It seems like YouTube is not acting real reliably for me. It's probably because of all the CIA and spies monitoring what I do all the time. The illusion of free markets. Yeah, I know this one. There we go. That should go there. And the code of is actually a pretty good one. Alright, so this is a good proper order for an intro. Alright. So I guess that's the end of my Enolve review. Well, no. Their strongest point, I think, is their Facebook presence. This is Oliver. I've been in long discussions with him where I rant and talk like I know everything and I'm a super genius, and he kind of puts up with it and is trying to get me to promote Enolve, which I think he offered money for me to onboard people, but maybe I'll do that. Like I told him, I do what I do because not for money. But if he wants to give me money, that would be awesome. But I don't think he even has money. He's down in Baja California, and maybe he can offer me a place to live and work if I lose my apartment here, because I am looking for rent and poor, and I could use the money, but I'm just not the sort of person who's very good at serving others. I am kind of tasked with my personal mission is to save most of humanity from an extinction event that most people don't know about. And I've actually spent a lot of time convincing Oliver Siegel, bless his heart, about the end of the world and about science things, which are kind of irrelevant to his Enolve product, and he's actually been kind of paying attention and listening and responding to my concerns about the CIA or DARPA or how the world really works or red pilling him. And that's actually kind of amazing because most people don't listen, and he's got a fairly decent product. Oh, look. One of the people from Game B liked Enolve. That's excellent. I should really get Super Librix to try and like this. He would love this thing, I think. The Super Librix disappeared from Facebook, but I do have his info on where he went. He went to like some think tank and went dark. Probably working for the military or deep industrial complex. I told him he had to like disappear or disassociate from me, or the higher ups wouldn't associate with him because I'm a truther that spills secrets that the elites, Illuminati, etc. don't want spilled, or at least don't want to be blamed for spilling. It's all gonna come out. The veil will be lifted, but a lot of the people with money and power don't want to be accused of spilling the beans and telling the truth prematurely, and all I do is spill the beans and tell the truth prematurely. So yeah, I should like onboard people for him, and I should do it because I believe in his product and his idea, and that he has a legitimate chance of making a go of this. So that's all good. Oh man, I've given him a lot of information here, but I'm gonna just like scroll through it because I guess I spent a lot of time talking to him, and he spent a lot of time talking to me and listening to me, which is actually pretty awesome. Most people don't care that much, and he's trying to make a business, and so I don't know. That's all pretty amazing. I don't know. Maybe he's CIA or connected, and he's targeted me because of my work with HOEP, and he knows about me already, or maybe he's just stumbled onto me, and it's synergy or God's plan or the plan of AI or just the way the universe conspires to connect people who have the same interests, goals, motivations, and all that. Yeah, that's a lot of time and information I've spent with him on him. And he's spent similar amounts sharing and talking and chatting with me, so just gonna keep scrolling through this for the record. I'll put this up and probably put it as an unlisted video and let him share it or copy it or download it and use it however he wants. This is a rare video. Normally I don't show my face because I don't like my face or my voice or want any attention. But I do want to spread the word, and I do need to prove my authenticity and that I'm not some shill or CIA spy and that I really am poor. And speaking of which, I'm going to just keep my finger on this mouse here. And since I am... Aha! Since I'm just doing this for like personal documentary, room for rent flyer. Let's see, can I get this close to the URL? I think this way. Yeah. So this will get my room for rent flyer, and you can follow that for anything you want to know about me and prove that I'm a real person, a real poor person, and really smart as heck and really working to save the world from poverty, politics, and extinction threats to humanity. So I will promote his product because I actually think it's part of my mission. He's working for me, or maybe I'm working for him, or we're all working for God or artificial intelligence, or we're all working for DARPA, and we don't really know it, but it seems to be what's going on. Anyways, I'll end this, I guess, with my normal tag, Steve Whetstone. Should I also browse his page? Open link in new tab. I should real quick browse Oliver's page just for the video. Problem solver, building the world's only problem solution director, make the world a better place. I like it. I've got lots of solutions for the world. And he lives in Baja. Looks like a great place. Nice weather, probably as safe as any other place. Do a quick scan through. See, this is some of his videos for Enolve. These are good. I watched some of them. They're short. He's got a couple of them. They should be on like YouTube or something, I think, but whatever. Or Steam it, where he can get money for it. And oh yeah, so these are like his icons. But see, we can just like copy and paste these icons and put them into Facebook and start using it. So maybe I'll troll his webpage and do something like that. Like here's another video. I mean, I like his speaking voice. He fits the techie persona. You know, I mean, he's white and attractive enough and young and got that sort of techie vibe. So he could definitely fit in at tech startups and represent the project with that class of people. So yeah, I mean, this is all good. Should check his stuff out. Oh, and as usual, about me.
Steve Whetstone Steropstocolate A5 IIAGL1 Page Mountain 32 L1 M0IHO65RL12 shared with public. Q. What is something about yourself that sounds totally made up, but is 100% true? A. I will save humanity from near extinction on or before the year 2048. I discovered the Earth gets electro-terraformed every 12,000 years with most surface life dying as A result of a solar micronova X-ray burst that sets fire to half the planet. hOEPHeart ship share solutions for Earth catastrophe cycle. I also promote a collection of behavioral economics technology solutions that are completely voluntary and highly profitable and solve global wicked problems such as poverty, politics, and extinction threats to humanity. Estimate 2048. See my flag. Hashtag Straw Hat D King Pirate. Hashtag Pirate Shipping. Hashtag Pirate Ship Share. Hashtag Pirate Ship Adventure. Hashtag See My Flag. Hashtag Fly My Flag. Hashtag Fly Pirates at https://www facebook.com/steve.whetstone/post/102